Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we're going to do a review and a little bit of a show and tell kind of style here. More of an overview of the Herman Ishtar. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I could be totally butchering that, but either way, this guy is a Herman. Smooth all around, as you can tell. And really, like, one thing I have to say is pictures don't do the justice of this milling. Not one bit. Or just the overall intensity of just the milling that is done, even on the pocket clip. If you can kind of see that right there we go. And so, by the way, each of these screws goes all the way through. These are the very tips of the screws, so it goes all the way through. If you were interested in why these are the way they are, these guys are the liner lock screws right in there. You can kind of see them. But yeah, it has the classic ring, if you can hear it. I'm hoping that is coming through. But before we get any further, please like, subscribe, follow the Instagram, and like the Facebook page would be much appreciated. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do some size comparisons, but I'm gonna do like, you know, your normal, a couple ones that everybody has, or at least ones that everybody is familiar with, you know. Ruler just for overall size. If you want to know, you can kind of get a decent judge on size of everything. But here's this guy against Benchmade 940. And since I'm no longer at an angle, this is a direct comparison. You can kind of see everything butted up against each other. Size of handle versus actual also the size of blade. Notice to be larger on this. This is about a 3.75 or 3 3/4 inch blade, depending on how you want to do fractions or if you want to do decimal points. That's totally up to you, whatever you prefer, but that way you kind of get the idea. Shaman, dirty, definitely used, but you know, most of my knives are. I think I can get a good size comparison there and here. See the size difference in the blade and in the handle. Okay, let's do something. We're gonna do knives in the same caliber, very similar price range here. So there's the Koenig Arius. Kind of get a good size comparison there, handle and everything. Let's put that to the side right there. And then let's do, again, similar price range. It's the Hold Spectre. The Spectre is noticeably smaller, but the blade lengths are actually close, but not quite. This is a little bit longer, not by much, but it is noticeable. Now, next one in the same caliber, and I think that'll be all. These are all from different makers. There you go. Let me know if there's any other size comparisons that you want me to make in the future something that is standard. I mean, what I can do real quick is do a worn out but a Sharpie size comparison if you really want to know. There you go. Standard Sharpie, nothing special about it. There's the size comparison. Most people have a Sharpie of some sort around their house. Okay, so the caliber of said knife here. It is a very high caliber. It's from Poland, so it is not USA made. You know, it's but just like the Shirogorov that I just had down here, it's extremely high quality, great action all around, drop shot, flips great. One thing I had to say about this guy is it has probably the overall thinnest edge of any knife. Can't even show you properly. You guys see it? And especially the point. I mean, this point right here is so thin that I can't focus on it. It's hard to focus on this guy, but it's very, very, very thin here. And so it's probably the overall sliciest knife I have, period. It is so thin behind the edge, it's hard to beat it. Size is like none other. But here's the thing, because the point is so fine and the edge is so thin, this is not a hard use knife. No, but it will slice whatever you need it to. If you need to slice up for whatever reason, if you need to slice up tomatoes or anything like that super thin, yes, this will do it. I don't have many other knives that are as thin as this one, period. Sorry, you can see my tester. Yes. It's on my desk. Either way, moving on here. Yeah, it's a performer, not a hard use knife. You're not going to want to use this as in the same aspects as you would use like a Hinderer or most Striders or anything like that. You're just not going to. It's not made for that, but it is one heck of a slicer, and it has good ergonomics. It's not the best ergonomics, but overall it's really, really nice. It is hard to tell, but it is centered in there, by the way. You might be able to see it, I don't know. But it is centered. Still trying to show you here. It's kind of dark in there, but maybe I can shine a light. It's, I can kind of tell. That may be overkill. There you go. There we are. Yep. Centered. Took a little bit to get that correct, but either way. Yeah, this is not like a heavy duty folder. It's just not what it was designed for. The scales here are purple, by the way. It doesn't really come out well in photos. I've always tried to take a picture of it and try to get the color correct, but also get the milling in the same picture, and it is really difficult. I'm hoping the video is doing it justice with the reflectiveness of the purple, but also the lovely milling. It is definitely a beautiful folder. And here's something else. Can you see the milling right here in that lock? Yeah, simple design choices, but really well done. And the holes around the pivot. Yeah, this is nice. It's definitely becoming one of the most carried knives I have, because to be frank, it's light, has great action, fun to fidget with. I love the sound. It sounds totally different from everything else I have. And all Hermans sing. They're the knives that sing. So every single time you get a Herman, it's going to sing to a degree. Something super unique. But this, like, in my thought, it's always good to have a knife that's good for hard use and a knife that is good for just straight up slicing. If you really need to slice something, then this is your guy. It'll slice, and it's an M390. One thing is a nice thing in here. I'm gonna see if I can show you it. Right down in there. Show you. Hold on. Let me try here. If I go like this. There you go. You can kind of see it. It says proudly made in Poland. Let's see if I can get that easier to see, if you can read it. Basically, if you can read it here. There we go. That's it. Oh, and if you can tell, it is heavily milled out. Everywhere that it can be, anyways. So awesome. Sorry about the change of lighting. I prefer most of the time a warmer light for videos. It's a little calmer, a little nicer in the eyes. So that blue light, hopefully that didn't mess up any of your eyes at all, or I don't know, make sometimes quick changes in light temperature can give you headaches and other stuff like that. So hopefully that didn't give anybody headaches or anything like that. But either way, it is really nice, all right? Nice detail to add the made in Poland on the backspacer inside. Nice little touch. Part of me wishes it was in Polish. But I get the idea that you want people to actually, the majority of people that buy your knives, to be able to read what's on them. So I get it. But that's really it for now. There's not much else for me to say. Do I recommend it? Yes, 100%. If you're in the camp that is buying like a Holt Spectre or if you're in the camp, it's buying a Grimstone Norseman, or if you're able to get really any Shiro Goroth, then I would 100% recommend the Herman. You don't have to get some of the super fancy kind. You can get something simple. This is more on the simple side, but that's kind of what I wanted. I did not want something super out of the ordinary. I just wanted a simple knife, but with a different color, but also wanted to just appreciate their milling. And this is why I went with the purple titanium. But either way, that's going to be it for this one. Again, please like and subscribe. Please follow the Instagram and like the Facebook page. But either way, I'll see you guys in the next one.